Hello, welcome to University of Pattern Drafting. My name is Umo. If you're hopping up on this channel for the first time, welcome. Ensure that you hit that subscribe button right now. However, if you're already subscribed, I am so glad to have you back. So today's tutorial is going to be on how to create this trendy structured sleeve. So this picture of Peggy's traditional wedding outfit trended over the weekend on Instagram, and loads of people have sent me messages asking about a tutorial for the sleeve, and so I decided to do a tutorial for you guys. So first off, if you want to send requests as regards styles that you want me to create for you, send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram handle is at University of Pattern Drafting. So this is my own version of the sleeve that I created, and I'm going to be showing you how to create it. So I'm going to be showing you how to create the sleeve. I'm also going to be showing you how to attach it to your garment. So this is the Edwardian corset dress that we made. So the full tutorial on how to create this Edwardian corset dress is actually in my previous post, so I'll drop a link in the description box to the tutorial on how to create the dress. So not only am I going to be teaching you how to create the sleeve, I'm also going to be showing you how to attach it to the garment, because there's actually a technique to attaching it. So let me just do a bit of an analysis of the style. So you can see that the sleeve has two parts. So this portion that I've marked 1 is just going to be a straight long rectangle, whilst this portion that I've marked 2 is a shorter rectangle. However, it has a curved head. Do you understand? So you need this explanation for me to show you how to cut it. So this is my fabric. You can see that my fabric is folded into 2. So first off, we're cutting number 2 first. So to cut number 2, the width of number 2 that we're using is 4 inches. So the actual width is 3.5 inches, then half an inch for seam allowance. Now the length of number 2 is actually 11 inches. Then I've added 1 inch for seam allowance, making it 12. So what you can see me marking is 4 by 12 inches. Do you understand that? So 4 by 12 inches. So now I'm just going ahead to draw out that shorter rectangle. That's the rectangle for number 2. And then now you can see the curved head. We're going to be using this bowl to create that curved head. So now just place your bowl in such a way that the edges of your bowl is touching the edges of your rectangle. Can you see that? So that we have created that curved head. Do you understand that? So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out. So you can see me following that curve that we just created. So you can see that you can use any bowl, but just try and use a wide bowl so that you have a much more curved head. So I'll just go ahead and I'm going to cut 4 of this. So the reason why I'm cutting 4 is because we're going to be lining the sleeve with the fabric itself. So 2 for lining and then 2 for the outer fabric. Do you understand? So we're cutting 4 of number 2, and then we're going to also cut 4 of number 1. So after cutting 2, if you're lining with regular lining, you can just go ahead and cut 2 of the fashion fabric and then 2 of your lining fabric. So you can see me notching the middle, and then after notching it, we're now going to go ahead and measure the width. So note how I'm measuring it. I'm just measuring sort of like the semi circle, or sort of like semicircle kind of thing. So that's what you can see me just measuring. So just measure from top to bottom. You don't need to measure the flat end, just from here to there. And then you can see I think that's 38 inches or so. So you can cut 40 inches, just to be safe. If there's an excess, then you trim that off. So that's the length of number 1. Do you understand? Remember that there's number 1 and there's number 2. So the width of number 1 is 4 inches. Do you understand? 5 inches, 4 inches for the main thing, and then 1 inch for seam allowance. So that's what you can see me cutting. So essentially I'm going to be cutting 40 by 5 inches. So I'll fold my fabric into 4. It makes it faster for me. That's why I folded it into 4. So you can just go ahead and cut it whichever way is convenient for you. So now, meaning that you should have 4 of that number 1. Do you understand that? So you should have 4 of number 1. So 4 by 40, or whatever your own length is. So this is me just dividing it into 2. It's the same thing, just for me, because I folded it into 2. Do you understand? So now I have 4, and mine is actually complete. So you can see that I have 4 pieces. So the next thing now is to fuse our fabric with fusible interfacing. Now, I have a video on different types of fusible interfacing, so I'm going to be mentioning some of them. If you don't understand, I'll drop the link in the description box to that tutorial on different types of fusible interfacing, so you can go ahead and watch that. So for the lining fabric, I'm going to be fusing it with stay, while for the main fashion fabric, I'm going to be fusing it with collar stay. So you can see I have four pieces of each. Do you understand? Just pretty easy. And then for the number one, I have 4 pieces as well. Do you understand? So this is I'm just showing you the length. That's 12 inches by 8 inches. Remember, it was on fold when we cut it as 4. Do you understand? And then this is 5 inches by, whatsoever length your own was. So now this is me trying to fuse it with the fusible interfacing. This is stay. If you don't know what that is, then just follow the link in the description box to watch that video. So this is what I'm going to be using for the lining fabric, and then this is my collar stay. You can use peplum stay as well. So I'm going to be using this for my fashion fabric. You can see this is really thick, and I don't want to have to use 2 layers of collar stay because I feel like it's just unnecessary stress. Turning it will be such a big deal, sewing it will be such a big deal, so why do that? So this is me. I've ironed everything with fusible interfacing, and I'm going to show you how to go about it next. This is my collar stay. So remember that 2 should be ironed with collar stay, 2 of number 1 should be ironed with collar stay, 2 of number 2 should be ironed with collar stay, and 2 of number 1 should be ironed with just whatever it is. I don't want to get you confused, but you should know what to do. So I'm just notching the center of my number 2 so that I can proceed to attach number 1 to it. So this is number 1. Now to attach number 1, I am going to notch the middle of number 1 as well, because this is going to just help me, give me guidance. So now I'll place the notched edges together, and I'll just go ahead and stitch from the middle to the end there, and then do the same for this other side. Do you understand? Leaving the base bare. So I've gone ahead to attach it. Can you see? So I'm just trimming off the excess. So if you have excess, just go ahead and trim that off. So now go ahead and do this for all of your 4 pieces. Now you can see me notching my points. Do you understand? I'm very big on finishing. If you've attended any of my class, you'll know that I'm big on finishing. So I'll notch this, and then when we're done notching it, we're going to attach it to the corset dress. Now, speaking of corsets, if you have issues creating corsets, if you've tried to make your corset, and it just flops all the time, then you should join my advanced online corset masterclass. I have a lot of reviews on my Instagram page at University of Pattern Drafting regarding students who have taken the class. Now, this lady took this class and she created this for her clients. Can you see how snatched that waistline is? And then this is her review. Good morning, ma. This is the result of the Victorian corsets. Regarding the style I sent to you, thank you, ma. So this was her first time of taking my class, and this was her first attempt. And see how snatched that waistline is. In that corset class, we dealt with different types of corsets: over bust cupped corsets, Victorian corsets, under bust corsets. The course outline is actually on the course flyer, so you can look through that. So after notching my seams, we're going to go ahead and sew up the lining fabric to the fashion fabric. So you can see me placing them together, right sides together. However, to stitch this up, I need to explain a couple of things. So now back to our Edwardian corset dress. This is the corset dress, and you can see that I have attached a strap. In the previous video tutorial, there was no strap here, because to actually attach this sleeve, you need to have either a strap or the outfit needs to have a yoke. Do you understand that? So you can see my strap running from the front, the corset in front, to the laced up area at the back. So you can see what the back looks like. I absolutely loved creating this dress. Like, it was so much fun. You should actually watch the full tutorial. So you can see where the strap sits at the back. Now, to actually sew up that sleeve, we need to measure the length of this strap. Do you understand? Because you know that from the picture, a portion of the outfit wasn't, a portion of the sleeve wasn't attached. A portion of the sleeve is just hanging on its own. So now measure your strap from the shoulder, from the middle of the shoulder to the front, and then measure the same thing from the middle of shoulder to the back. Do you understand? So after measuring that, you mark that on your sleeve, this edge of your sleeve. so that you will know how much to close up, because that portion that is not attached to the body, to the strap, must be finished up neatly. Do you understand? As well as the base. So now you can see me notching the center. So that's the center of my strap. I'm just marking that portion, and I'm also going to go ahead and notch that on the sleeve. So you can see me measuring it. In front I have about 6 1/4, and then look at the back. I'm measuring from the shoulder also to where the corset starts from at the back. Can you see that? So that's, I think, 8.5 inches or so. So that's going to serve as a guide for me in closing up my seams. So now from the center, I'm going to mark for the front, because the front now is different from the back. So now for the front, you can see me marking the 6.25. So I'll stitch from that 6.25 to the base of the sleeve, and then I'll mark also from the center to 8.5 inches. Do you understand? And then I'll stitch from that 8.5 inches to the base of the sleeve, and then stitch that flat edge as well. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch this up, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So to stitch this up, obviously, you have to place your right sides together. So I'm placing right sides together. That's right sides of my fashion fabric. Remember that I'm lining with the Ankara fabric. So this is me. I've stitched it up. See what this actually looks like, and then I'm going to go ahead and flip this inside out. So by the way, I have a class going on right now, which is the waist snatching masterclass. So if you don't know anything about waist snatching, you don't know how to snatch the waistline of your corset, you don't know how to snatch the waistline of your garments, then you should actually join this class. This class is going to be very detailed, from the calculations to the pattern drafting to the construction process that will help you achieve a snatched waistline, so much so that your client does not have to wear a waist trainer, even if the client is plus size. So that class is currently ongoing. To join the class, please send a WhatsApp message to this number that you can see on the screen. So now, having flipped it inside out, you can see that that portion that we didn't sew up is left open. So you can go ahead and finish it up by just ironing it and then top stitching. So this is it. Can you see I've top stitched mine? You can see that the edge is neat. So now to attach it, I'm showing you how to attach it. Now in attaching it, it has to be diagonal. See, if you attach it straight, you can see that it's moving too close to the body, and then it won't be free. Like, it's free on the arm area. So to achieve that freeness, you have to attach it, diagonally, but slightly diagonal, like, just slant it a bit. Do you understand? So even if your outfit, your garment has a yoke, it just means that you are going to be shifting it inside. You're not attaching it at the edge of the sleeve. Do you understand? You shift it inside at the shoulder area, and then when you are coming down towards the armpit area, you can just slant it, somehow. So you can see me slanting. You can actually see that even on my strap, it's not straight, because if you attach it straight, you will not achieve the desired result. So just go ahead and attach yours just the way that you can see me attaching mine. If you worked with a strap, then attach it the way I've attached mine. So you can see me slanting mine at the back as well. So the front should be slanted, the back should be slanted. I absolutely loved the outcome of this outfit, and I trust that you have found this video helpful. If you found it helpful, please ensure that you give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed at this point, please ensure that you go ahead and subscribe. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you're missing out a lot, because I share a lot of sewing tricks and sewing tips and all of that. So endeavor to follow me on Instagram at University of Pattern Drafting. Thanks for watching. Ciao.